So, you're looking to complete your TAE40122 Certificate IV in Training and Assessment. One of the biggest hurdles is figuring out how you're going to study. We're going to break down the self-paced delivery model at HBA Learning Centres and help you work out whether or not it's the right fit for you. Understanding this right from the start is maybe the most important step you'll take. You've got to work, you've got family, your personal life, and somehow you're supposed to find time for professional development on top of all of that. How do you fit a whole qualification into a schedule that feels like it's already bursting at the seams? That's the core problem that the self-paced method is really designed to solve. Before we get into the nuts and bolts of how it all works, let's start with the most important question of all. Who's this actually for? Because your success in a program like this really starts with knowing if you're the right type of learner for it in the first place. We want to be really upfront about this. This is not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. It's tailored for a very specific kind of learner. Let's take a look at what that ideal learner profile is. This program is really built for a certain mindset. It's for that person who's highly motivated, someone who just thrives on doing their own thing. You're the one setting your own deadlines. You're the one pushing yourself forward. Being a self-starter is vital. Having some relevant industry skills and experience is not just a bonus, it's the key ingredient that helps you connect the dots and maintain the pace. We've figured out who this is for now. What does self-paced actually mean when you're doing it? Let's break down exactly what this delivery mode is all about. The key words here are entirely self-paced and self-managed. This puts you in the driver's seat. You have total control over when you study, where you study, and how you do it, fitting it all into the unique rhythm of your life. It's all about autonomy. Are you an early bird who wants to study at dawn? Go for it. Are you a night owl who works best after everyone's asleep? That works too. This program adapts to your schedule, not the other way around. This is what true flexibility looks like. Now, when you hear self-managed, it's easy to think, am I completely on my own here? And that's a totally valid question, but it's also a common misconception. The reality is there's a strong support system built right into this program. While you're the one managing your schedule, you're not expected to teach yourself everything from scratch. There's a support structure ready to guide you every step of the way. And here's what that support actually looks like in practice. There's a range of support mechanisms designed to meet a range of learning preferences. You have support videos you can watch anytime you want for the basics. We also have live webinars happening every 2 weeks for real-time interaction with the trainer. If you hit a roadblock, you can just call or email us directly. To build that sense of community, there are also online discussion forums and complimentary presentation days to complete some of the delivery activities. There's a multi-layered approach that makes sure you're never really alone. We've talked about the flexibility and the support systems. Now it's time for a reality check, the actual time and commitment you're going to need. Let's just let this number sink in for a moment. 600 to 700 hours. This is a real significant undertaking, so it's important to go in with your eyes wide open. It's not a weekend course. It's a serious qualification that demands a significant investment of your time. To make that more tangible, think about it like this. Over a 10-month period, you're looking at about 15 hours of work every single week. This is not the same for everybody. If you've got tons of industry experience, you're probably going to move through the material a lot faster. On the flip side, if you're a bit newer to the field or you need to brush up on your computer skills, you should budget for a little more time. It just depends on your own personal starting point. Hopefully, this puts it all into perspective. On an average, people who are putting in consistent weekly effort will complete this whole thing in about 9 to 11 months. This should give you a realistic benchmark to aim for. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and that's the kind of time frame you should be thinking about. So, we've covered who this is for, what it is, the support you can access, and the time it takes. Now let's bring it all together to help you answer that final key question. What are the key takeaways? Well, on one hand, you get this amazing unparalleled flexibility. On the other hand, that freedom requires some serious self-motivation. And while you do get a support system, you absolutely have to be prepared for the big time investment of 600 to 700 hours. It's a balance of autonomy and responsibility. And that's really the bottom line. When you look at that balance, the freedom versus the responsibility, the support versus the commitment, does this line up with your learning style, your work ethic, and your life? Only you can answer that. Is fully self-paced your pathway to completion?